Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to verify the laws of reflection of light with the items that are easily available at home. But first, let us go through the laws of reflection. All surfaces, irrespective of whether they are smooth or rough, reflect light in accordance to the laws of reflection. Let us say that the reflection of light is taking place from this surface. So, if an incident ray AO falls on the surface at point O, it is reflected along the path OB. This is called the reflected ray. The point O at which the incident ray intersects the surface is called the point of incidence. Now, let us draw a line perpendicular to the surface at point O. This is called the surface normal. You can see that there are two angles that can be measured with respect to the surface normal. The angle of incidence, that is, the angle between the incident ray and the surface normal at the point of incidence, and the angle of reflection, that is, the angle between the reflected ray and the surface normal at the point of incidence. Now we can state the laws of reflection. The first law states that the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. This plane is the plane of incidence. The second law states that the angle of reflection is always equal to the angle of incidence. That is, I equals R. Now can you figure out what all do you need to demonstrate the reflection of light? Of course, a reflecting surface and a source of light. So the materials that we'll require for this activity are a plane mirror as a reflecting surface and a torch as the source of light. However, a torch does not give us a narrow beam of light. So in addition, we'll also use a narrow slit for getting a narrow beam of light. So for this purpose, we'll use a black sheet of paper with a very narrow cut made on it. Finally, we need a plain sheet of paper on which we'll observe the reflection of light and some stationary items. Now, place the plain sheet of paper over a support so that the mirror is perpendicular to it. Hold your slit vertically on the sheet at an angle to the mirror. Switch on the torch and hold it in such a way that light passes only through the slit. Switch off the lights to clearly see the reflection of light. The light that strikes the surface of mirror from the torch is the incident light. What happens when the incident light hits the mirror? You can see that it is reflected back. This is the reflected light. Now with the help of a pencil and drawing pins, draw 2 points on the incident light and 2 points on the reflected light. Join the respective points to form the incident ray and the reflected ray. Draw a surface normal perpendicular to the mirror. You can note here that the incident ray, reflected ray and the surface normal all lie in the same plane. So this verifies our first law of reflection. With the help of a protractor, measure the angle of reflection and the angle of incidence. Here we see that both the angles come out to be 50 degrees. So this verifies the second law of reflection. I hope you liked this activity. Repeat this activity at home and comment to let us know your results. And do not forget to subscribe the channel.